and I sort of zoned out. And all of a sudden, I looked down in the middle of one of Brian's sentences, and I went, "Holy crap! It's almost 9 o'clock. We got to start."
Saying in the middle of one of Brian's sentences, though, is not super descriptive.
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
But like, I didn't wait for you to pause or take a breath.
Yeah. It's true. Probably better that way. So we're here now, though.
Yes,
so we're
here
gonna
we all
talk
are.
about some stuff.
And they don't know what the first topic is. And I'm very excited by this. Because I intentionally didn't tell them.
Yep.
We might also... And by might also, I mean definitely will branch out into other card games. Ooh.
Big goings on in Uno this week. I mean, there might be. It's conceivable.
The Uno video game version has some trippy rules. Like, apparently you can play double-faced Uno, and there are cards that will cause everyone to turn their hand around.
Huh.
So, like, which means you can see what's in everyone's hand, but only on the other side of their hand, because they're holding the cards, and you can see the back. So, yeah, that's trippy. I was watching, I think, Markiplier and his crew randomly while I needed background noise. And I kept looking up and I would see a bunch of cards. I'm like, that's weird. And finally I started paying attention and saw them flip once. And I went, oh my god. That's a whole new level of Uno-ing.
Okay, I was trying to pick a card game that I was positive would not be what we were talking about. But I guess I shouldn't underestimate Chewy and apparently the power of Uno. So
it's true.
It's 2021. Everything old is new again.
While still being old. All right, well, hey, that's what we talked about last week. Hey! By the way, everybody, if you happen to listen to or watch last week's episode, let us know what you think. Because I enjoyed the hell out of that, even though we were kind of rambly, even for us. But yeah, let us know. But okay, here we go. Ow, jam! Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mana Pool. This is episode 612. Crap, is that right? That's got to be right.
I mean, that's a really high number, but...
Yeah. Weaponized Nostalgia was 611. Okay, good. I can... Memory.
Yes.
Let's say. So I am Chewy, the lead dork, and I am joined by most of the other dorks. So, hi, dorks.
Hi, I'm Brian. I'm the lead rambler, tangent master of the group, and I'm going to interrupt Mike when he starts speaking. Anytime now.
And I'm Dirk, the self-proclaimed greatest man alive and moral compass of the group. And I'm waiting for Mike to be interrupted.
This will be so exciting. There's going to be like a twist ending at the end. The Mike was the journey that we took all along, or something. Friend, something.
Right, but yeah, Mike is not with us this week, unless he magically shows up later, because Mike's job is trying to kill him. So, yeah. But, I guess we should get to it. So last week, we did our first non-Magic episode, and this week we are back to card games. Plural. Dun dun dun!
Yeah. So Chewy has said that there's something that we are to talk about, but Dirk and I were not allowed to know what it is. So
yes. So
is it time for the big reveal?
There's a link in the Discord chat. If you guys would click on it.
Oh, I saw this.
But did you see the thing?
I mean, I saw the article.
Ah. So you both have it open?
Yep.
Okay, so this is an announcement about the new secret layered super drop, which is crap that I personally don't care about, and we're not gonna push on this show because this is the whole thing where they have an entire business model built on FOMO, and I don't have time for that. But if you guys will scroll down to Showcase Kaldheim Part 1.
The one with the Titan?
The one with the Titans, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Dirk,
Mm-hmm.
I would like you to read off the 3 cards that are in this.
So there is the Frost Titan,
Uh-huh.
the Primeval Titan,
Uh-huh.
and Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath.
Okay, now, do me a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll down until you see the bold text that says note.
No, we are planning an upcoming B&R announcement. In that announcement, we plan to ban Uro, Titan of Nature's Wrath in Pioneer, Modern, and Historic. Additionally, we are continuing discussions about doing the same in Legacy. While we are still working internally on the larger B&R announcement for that week, we wanted to share this information ahead of this sale.
This is the first time that a card banning has been announced in a completely unrelated article.
I mean, it's related in that it's like, hey, here's a chance to buy this super sweet, unique treatment for this card that's really popular in multiple formats right now. And by the way, just so you know, when you buy it, it may not be legal in those formats too much longer. The fact that they know this now, they could. So they know this is coming, and the product, of course, they don't make these cards yesterday. This has been in the works for a while, but they have this B&R, and they know that this B&R is coming. They have two options. They either say nothing about it, and people buy this, and there's massive upheaval and bad PR and all that sort of stuff, or they announce it and there's still some PR problems, but probably less. Yeah. I think, though, the bigger question is, and to me, you're bothering to tell us this because this is a specialty product, but you don't give everyone the same sort of notice with other products. Feels like, oh, hey.
Like what?
It feels a little bit like, hey, you're looking at this article about this kind of more expensive secondary market kind of thing. Not secondary market, but secondary market-ish. We're going to let you in on this. But, it's not like somebody's out and they're getting ready to buy a booster box of a new set, and they're like, hey, just so you know, we're getting ready to ban one of these cards. So do I think it's a bad idea to do this here? No. But it feels almost a little elitist at the same time. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's just a bad take on my part. What do you want to say about it?
Possibly. Like, I'm really happy that before they sell people a fancy version of an expensive fancy version of a card that's currently being played in like every format, I'm really glad that they put this warning here saying, hey, we're sorry, but we're going to ban this before you buy it, before you even think about buying it, because I don't know when this sale starts. Tomorrow is when the individuals start, as of this recording.
Yeah, because it's Valentine's weekend. So.
Oh. Man. I'll have to send some lovey-dovey emails, I guess, because I'm not buying any presents. But anyway.
I love emails. It's my primary way to contact people in 2021.
Yeah. Chat, the dorks I have finally created a Google Hangouts group for the 4 of us. So I don't have to rely on them not responding to emails anymore. Isn't that
So
awesome?
now,
In
now we
2021, I finally dragged our communication method into the 2010s.
now we can ignore him on a completely new format. Yes. So no, again, when I say this is elitist, I don't mind that they're doing this here. I think it's probably the right move.
Oh, it's definitely the right move. Yeah.
Just in my opinion, it's almost a question of where else, if anywhere, should they be doing this. So, but I didn't want to
I
come.
don't think booster boxes is a good comparison.
Yeah.
Because
No,
that's
no, it's not. It was a bad analogy, but I'm thinking more of like a specialty product, like a into the vault thing, from the vault, whatever they call it,
through the other side of the vault.
into the looking glass. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I knew what you meant, or I meant what you knew, whatever. But like I just found this really funny, and I saw somebody did a webcomic. I can't remember who. It might have been Cardboard Crack about, hey, where are they going to start announcing bannings in the future? And it was really funny. like,
Mm-hmm.
like they opened up a booster pack. They're like, hey, there's an announcement that this card's been banned, huh?
They could make a double face card for what's the stupid spy copter? The Thopter,
The smugglers.
smuggler's copter, or whatever it's called.
Is that what it was called? Well, I don't know why I can't ever remember the name of that damn card.
Yeah, right. Where on the front it's just the card, and on the back it's like, "Hey, this card is banned." That would be so helpful.
It is
What's
Smuggler's
another?
Copter. Okay, thank you. Or the Looter Scooter.
Yeah, what's a card that's really offensive? Just really, really offensive.
I mean, Uro.
Yeah, I gotta say, playing on Arena, Uro decks, and even the black and red one to a lesser extent, are very frustrating to deal with. So, like, it got to the point that I really didn't like seeing that animation. So,
Yeah, this is the thing that Uro has been a problem in multiple formats for a very long time. Like, we got sick of talking about it on Monday Night Magic. And how long has it been since Monday Night Magic ended now? It was going on long enough that we got sick of talking about it there. Like, and Uro's still here. For some reason. Like... So it's good that they're finally fixing that little issue in Pioneer, Modern, and Historic, and possibly Legacy. But yeah, this is one of those rare examples of in the middle of this giant article about all the things that I hate about WotC in the last year, they put this little beacon of light right here in this, hey, don't buy this to use at a Modern tournament, because no. in the middle of this giant advertisement. Yeah, exactly. And thank you for the bits, pinball.
and you can still buy this if you want, and just know that it's great for tricking out your EDH decks or other products.
Yeah.
Just because you can't play it at a tournament doesn't mean you can't use it elsewhere.
Yeah, and it's still got Frosty and Primetime in it. Although you can't play Primetime in Sanctions Commander. Whoops. Someone pointed out this one is also $5 less than the one below it, which has Grave Titan, Inferno Titan, and Croxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. None of which are banned.
That's the other one, yeah.
Yeah, none of which are banned anywhere that I'm aware of. But 2 of these sure are banned in places, or will be soon.
Yep.
Well, the thing I find funny is that the one that's got banned is still cheaper than the box that's just 5 lands.
Well, yeah, because everybody needs lands.
Is it weird that I just don't really love those lands? I'm just not.
I mean, not all of these are for everybody. The ones they did recently with the like metal album covers art, I looked at it and I was like, no.
I liked about a third of those where I was like, those are beautiful. And get me wrong, I'm not judging artistic quality because I can't hold a candle to anything pretty much anybody does. I'm not an artist. But I'm kind of with you. I was more subjective about those. There were about a third that I thought those are just spot on. And then the other 2/3, I'm like, kind of like you said, they're just not for me. None of these basic lands speak to me.
They remind me of crap.
Yeah, me too.
To me, like those little fabric mats that you could color in, like almost like a coloring book, but that they're adult ones, so you can kind of color in stuff to like they kind of were metal covers, but it was like fabric that you could color in. This is what they remind me of, are like adult coloring books.
Adult coloring books for a while, I don't know if they still are, but they were making a comeback. It's something where it can be very calming. I once saw another attorney in court. Spoiler alert, attorneys in court usually have downtime because we're waiting on cases to be called. So yes, we are reviewing cases, we're getting ready, but there's inevitably some hurry up and wait. But I saw at least one or two attorneys had like a coloring app on their phone or tablet where they would tap for a color and then tap to fill it in spots. So I feel like adult coloring books were kind of I don't want to call it a fad because people really enjoy them, but they were taken out. If they still are, that's great.
Chat says they're still popular.
Chat would know. I don't keep up with trends. I don't care what the masses think. I'm doing my own thing. Meh. It's more that I just don't pay attention. It's more that I just don't pay attention. But again, it can be very. My understanding is it can be very soothing and relaxing, and in a world where it feels like everything is super complicated, can be kind of nice.
See, I would imagine attorneys would be playing Pokemon, and then when you get to a case where you actually have to prosecute against somebody, you're on the same, and you like have your Pokemon game with each other, you can just be like, all right, we'll just resolve this by Pokemon battle.
Don't tell Dirk that's actually how we do it. I could charge a lot more for my services if I could catch something other than a dang Zubat.
Amen.
I've got about 50 Pidgeys you could totally have. I've never played a Pokemon game. I just know that Pidgeys are very common.
Yes. Yes, they are.
So, okay. I just wanted to bring that up because this is bizarre, but I think it's a good move. And also, it's really funny. Like,
yeah.
Hey, we
set, but the fact that you get 5 cards or 6 cards for $30.
Well, yeah, but we've had that discussion many times about secret layers, how their limited time only thing is part of the problem. Like I said, it's an entire business model built on the fear of missing out, which is predatory, but we've talked about that many times.
Yep.
Here and on Monday Night Magic, especially on the last episode of Monday Night Magic. And that was my elbow, if the mic picked that up.
Which you can only listen to for a limited time.
No, it's still there. You can listen to it forever. Don't listen to him. We don't do FOMO.
Trying to create some FOMO.
No FOMO. Watsy's doing enough of that. So the next thing to talk about is a card game.
Yep.
But it's sort of unrelated to Magic in that it's Hearthstone. which I think qualifies as sort of unrelated to Magic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoops, wrong button. So there was a huge thing announced 2 days ago in Hearthstone, and this just blew me away. So much so that I think we should talk about it here. Just because. So the way... Okay, hang on. Before we get into the change, the way that Hearthstone worked is there's always the basic set, which you get by playing the game. Like, as you level up each of your characters, there are 10 classes in Hearthstone, by the way. As you level up each class, you unlock cards from the basic set, and there's already cards in the basic set that you have. And then there's the classic set, which you would have to acquire packs of to open cards, right?
Yes.
Or the basic set you always had. I think you leveled up, you unlocked golden cards. It's been so long since I started Hearthstone that I don't remember how it works. But I'm pretty sure that you always have most of the cards from the basic set, and then you unlock more as you level up, and then you start unlocking golden cards, which are like foils in Hearthstone, essentially. And then classic set cards you had to acquire through packs. Yeah.
That sounds right.
And the cards in the basic and classic set were always there. When rotations happened, it was the expansions that rotated. So to put it in Magic terms, it's like if the core set was always the same, and instead of Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Revised, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, M10, M11, M12, and I forget where it stopped. But instead of all of those, there was just one set that was always there, and all those cards were always the same every year. Unless they had to get nerfed because they were too powerful, or in some cases, the equivalent of banned, they would get rotated to a place called the Hall of Fame.
Sounds better than it is. It's like, congratulations for being dumb and overpowered. We recognize that by you're going away now.
Exactly, yeah. Like, for instance, Ragnaros got moved to the Hall of Fame because Ragnaros, in any kind of deck that was slow and kind of control-y, Ragnaros was just there. In every deck of that flavor, no matter what the class, always. And Blizzard went, there's got to be a way to do this without changing Ragnaros. And they decided, yep, we'll just put him in the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame means it's not playable in Standard anymore, only in Wild, which is the Hearthstone equivalent of Legacy. Make sense? Makes sense.
Yeah.
And the basic and classic cards, once a bunch of cards were Hall of Famed over a few years, they introduced new cards into the set, which were neat. You know, hey, look, we got new cards in the classic set. Wow. But by and large, it's just been the same, except for nerfs and Hall of Fame for the entirety of Hearthstone's life.
Right.
Which, how old is Hearthstone now?
It's in June 2014.
2014.
That
So
was
for 7 years now, almost.
Yeah. That was so Curse of Noxoramus was June 2014. That was the first.
That's the first expansion.
Expansion.
Yeah, so it
or
came out in
adventure.
March 2014, it says. Wow, it only took 3 months to get an expansion? That's pretty... Oh, I guess it was an adventure, not a full expansion. So yeah, all right. So there you go. That's how it used to work. But with this announcement from a couple days ago, they're completely changing all of that. The core set is going to replace the basic and classic cards in Standard. It'll be 235 cards. And the biggie, the huge thing, is in bold here. The core set will be free for all players.
That's pretty big, actually.
Yeah. Now, this is a problem that Magic has. Like, you remember when back in the day, the they weren't called core sets back then. What were they called originally?
Just
Just
base.
the base set, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
like 4th and 5th and 6th edition. I don't remember when the word core set first came up. But
Right.
was it 8th? Was 8th the core set? I can't remember because I was with it for so long, and then core sets went away, and then they came back, and then they were, but before that they were all reprints, and then they were some reprints, and then they were all new. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
but core sets have evolved in Magic's lifetime. They used to be every other year, then they became every year. But when they're every year and they're all new cards, they essentially just become like
An expansion.
a new expansion that you have to collect, right?
Basically,
And
yeah.
that was one of the concerns. Now, Brian Kibler, who you Magic people may know, he's in the Hall of Fame. He's the Dragon Master, whatever. Kibler has been advocating for a core set in Hearthstone for literal years, like 4 or 5 off the top of my head that I can think of. Basic sets. That's the word. Thank you, Pinball. I could not remember. I remember base set, but something about that didn't feel right. Anyway, sorry.
Pretty close.
But Kibler was like, the problem with doing a rotating core set is that it's going to end up being, because Hearthstone does 3 expansions a year, it's like it's going to end up being a 4th expansion to have to collect. And he said there are ways around that. You could just give everybody, when cards leave the core set, just give them the dust equivalent so they can craft new cards. And Blizzard, now Blizzard has been accused of being extremely greedy over the years. So I was not looking forward to when they finally did a core set, because then it would just be another set we'd have to get cards from every year. But it turns out, no, they're just giving everyone the entire core set. Remember, the classic set was one you had to collect all the cards from. Well, you didn't have to, but if you wanted them all, you had to collect them all. Like, I just recently,
Gotta catch
like,
'em all.
within the last year and a half or so, finally got the last card that I didn't have and got the achievement for all the legendaries in the classic set. And I went, whoa! Like, it wasn't an achievement, it's like a hidden quest. Now I think it's an achievement, but because achievements are new in Hearthstone. But there was like a hidden quest that if you get all of the cards in the set, then you get, it was some amount of gold or something, I don't remember what. But yeah, I got that after opening whatever the last one I was missing was, and was like, whoa, because that's cool.
Yeah.
But
I clearly
at
have
that
not
point,
gotten
I'd
that
been
yet.
playing for like 5 years,
Yeah.
So, But yeah, the core set is going to be free for everybody. Whether you're a returning player who already owns a bunch of these old cards. So let's do the breakdown real quick. According to this, 88 cards of the 235 are going to be coming back from Classic, 54 coming back from Basic, 55 cards returning from Wild, which means former old expansions, which is crazy. 4 cards coming from Ashes of Outland, and 4 cards coming from the Demon Hunter Initiate set. That's for when they created the Demon Hunter class. 1 card coming back from the Hall of Fame, which is Shadow Form. And then 29 new cards. So, for me personally, who owns literally all of these cards, almost literally all of these cards, except for the 29 new cards, like, this wouldn't be a problem for me, because I've already got all of the classic cards, all the basic cards, and probably all, if not all, then the vast majority of the wild cards. But for someone just starting, it would be another set that they'd have to collect every year. And that's a pain in the ass because, as chat just pointed out, Blizzard doesn't do reprints. Or they haven't yet. Like, there are 3 different versions of Reno, but they're 3 different cards, and one of them is a hero card, which might as well, to put in Magic terms, be a Planeswalker. So, that's not a thing that they do. But it doesn't matter if I own all of these cards or not. The core set's just free. And if someone starts up playing, then as they level up their characters, or each hero to level 10, they will get all the cards in the core set. And leveling up from 1 to 10 takes like no time. It's just a few games to get a few games, in relative terms. But to get to level 10 in each is not very many at all.
No.
So this is huge because anybody who wants to play Hearthstone, once they, get into it and get the feel, they've got an entire set's worth of cards to just build decks with for free. They don't have to pour lots of money into buying packs. They've got it. It's going to be in their collection. And someone said in the chat earlier, imagine if Wizards of the Coast just sent everyone who was like, hey, I want to play Magic this year. They just sent you a free copy of the core set. What? That's what they're doing. And every year when rotation happens, the cards will just change in your collection. Like here. And that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, I like it.
So, yay!
Yay for positive business decisions.
Yeah. But not only that, so ignoring all of the free stuff, just looking at what it is itself, one of the problems with the core set is that the cards were designed in the early days of Hearthstone, obviously, because the basic set and the classic set were the first cards in Hearthstone, and the vast majority of them have not changed. And
but the game has.
Yeah, but the game has changed quite a bit, but the basic and classic sets are always the same. And in every at least in one expansion per year, the priest class would get a new sweeper, a wrath effect, because in the core set there isn't one, or the basic and classic sets there isn't one. So there always had to be one, or else priest, which is a very slow control-y class for the most part, couldn't do it. But that also meant that every year the wild format got a brand new priest sweeper.
That's a lot of sweepers, guys.
It is. And they had one where all the creatures got shuffled into the opponent's deck. And they had one where all the creatures would fight each other until... I don't remember how Mass Hysteria worked, actually. I think it just said each creature randomly attacks another creature. And most of the time, that was a board sweep. And the current one is Plague of Death, where everything gets silenced and then dies. So you can't even use fancy death rattles. But every year there was something new, because there wasn't one in the classic set. So they had to make a new one every year. And Rogue, the Rogue class... The cards in the basic and classic set for Rogue are just freaking good. They're way too good. They're way too good.
Are they too good?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why no matter what the expansions are, Rogue is always a contender in the meta. Because the basic and classic set for Rogue is just good. So you can have a core of, 10 to 20 cards from that with 10 others thrown in from the rest of the expansions, and boom, there you go. You've got a ready-made rogue deck that's probably gonna do at least sort of well in the meta. And like that's a problem. And there's no way to fix that when the basic and classic sets are set in stone. But now that's not a problem. So what Dirk said at before the show started was
Talking about that with new sets that you get power creep moving up, that we are essentially saying, okay, well, we're going to take out the lightning bolt and everyone gets to play with shock. So that way you can negate this, the power creep that's been happening every year. You can kind of put everyone on the same base level and say, okay, we're starting here. So that way you can, over the course of the expansions of the set for that year, you can creep back up. And then when the set, you get the new year and the set rotates out, you can kind of reset it. So that way you have some place to go.
This just in, Dirk wants to make it so that you can creep on up.
I mean, that's how he met his wife, right?
Giggity giggity.
He creeped on up, like, hey. Anyway, but yeah, it allows you every year to like tweak what each class can do. Like, let's say one year they decide that Rogue just doesn't need Eviscerate. Like, this year we don't want Rogue to do heavy face damage by default. So they just sort of take it out. It's not in the core set this year. That drastically changes how Rogue is going to play, because suddenly that's 8 damage that they can't just deal to an opponent from their hand easily. What?
Yep.
And things like, what if, a thing Kibler said in his video is, what if you don't want Warrior to always have access to Brawl, their big board sweeper? Because when you're playing against Warrior, you always have to be aware that you're going to get brawled.
What if you want Shaman to go in a different direction? Because Shaman feels like it does multiple things. It does totems. It does, what's the overcharge? The pay for it now and then again later. Overload, thank you. I was close. It does those. It does the evolve mechanic where you get random minions of a higher cost for a lot of things. So it can go a couple different ways. Maybe this time we want to have some bleed over. Maybe we want to have more things that tie two classes together. So shamans get some of mages like frost effects, like the freeze effects, because that's a mechanic that does bleed over a little bit, right? So maybe we want to develop these connections between the classes, but we don't want it to be there forever. So yeah, allows for experimentation,
and I love it. I think that's super cool. Hopefully they can do something with Shaman. Shaman is the class in Hearthstone where it's either the boogeyman and everybody hates it because it's overpowered, or it's the laughingstock of the meta.
Yeah.
Shaman very, very rarely is not either the best or the worst. And when it's the best, it's like a problem best. It's like Uro best. It's not like, well, that's the best deck. It's like, son of a...
Right. But when it's not great, it's not. For a while, it was my least favorite class because I just didn't know what to do with it. And then Evolve started showing up, and I loved it because I love random effects. So, and yes, I had a Shutterwalk deck, but it was not the good one. It was the I opened one when that set came out, and that's what I'm going to build around deck. And I thought it was great. And I started playing against other people's Shutterwalk decks, and I'm like, this is why we don't have nice things. To do. No, well, not so much. It was more of the, guess I can't do this anymore.
Oh, dang it. I just thought of something.
What's that?
This also means that in years when they want to push a Highlander theme, instead of creating even more Highlander cards, they could just bring back the ones we had before.
We're gonna be rich.
And that absolutely, that's what this allows, is that you can have a year where it's okay. We're gonna have a return to Northrend theme, and it could also mix into whatever the year is. Like the current year is what, the year of the Phoenix.
Yeah.
So if you, like I say, you've got the Ashes of Outland. If you wanted to have a year where it's focused, the theme is certain ones, you could just bring back like Galakron's cards from that one, the Knights of the. I have to pull up the old list. But like the Knights of the Frozen Throne, you could pull cards, and you can create a themed expansion with that, and again adding maybe 30% of it being new cards, sort of like a core set, but that's going to be sort of the running theme for that year.
Yeah, you could use the core set in that way to like set the theme. Like in a year when they want to do some weird, I don't know, Death Knight themed things, they could bring back the Death Knights from Knights of the Frozen Throne, throw them all in the core set, and be like, "Yay, they're back! Have fun for a year."
Yeah.
Like
I don't think expansions and everything, but
well, I don't think they're gonna be doing reprints and expansions. I think those are still gonna be new cards.
Yeah.
For now, at least I kind of hope they don't go doing reprints for expansions, honestly. Because then you end up with that Magic thing. Well, I've already got half of the cards in this set.
The last thing you want is to give people reasons to not buy your new product. Generally, not a good business decision.
But like, so they've done the Highlander thing in Hearthstone twice now. The first year we had like Reno, who said if you've got no duplicates in your deck, you heal back to full life, and Kazakus, who said if you've got no duplicates in your deck, you make a fancy potion, whatever. It's a spell that does neat stuff. And that was cool. And then the new ones, they've got Dragon Queen Alexstrasza, who puts 2 random dragons in your hand. They cost 1. That's ridiculous. And Zephyrus, who says wish for the perfect card.
Alexstrasza was even more nuts before they nerfed her, because they were free and you could randomly get another Alexstrasza.
Oh god, they were free originally, weren't they?
Yeah. And now they've changed it. They've nerfed it literally twice.
Yeah, I forgot the first one was, okay, you can't get Alexstrazzas anymore.
And then they decided
Alexstrasza-ing into an Alexstrasza was just awful.
I mean, if you're the one doing it, it was great. But for everybody else, it was just the worst. It was like, I finally got rid of this. What else you got?
Damn it!
Turns out a lot of dragons are kind of top-end creatures. Of course, then you can also be that guy that plays Alexstrasza and gets 2 fairy dragons. Woo!
Hi, that's me. But
I thought that was you.
But yeah, like the fact that this allows them more leeway in designing the feel of Hearthstone each year, and it's free for all the new players. This is just so awesome. Like on every level. I can't even right now. Kibler said several times in his video that came out just a couple hours ago that this is the biggest and best change that Hearthstone has ever done. And I can't find any fault in that logic whatsoever. Like at all. Because this is good for new players, this is good for old players, this is good for everybody. It's everybody. It's good for the developers. It's just good. Plus, maybe we'll get the Lich King back in Standard. That would make me happy. The Lich King was such a good card. Not like busted good card, but such a good card. And then let's see, the Legacy set, they're renaming basically all the stuff from the classic and basic sets that aren't in standard or aren't in the core set will be in the Legacy set. So that's just nomenclature stuff. There's also a new format called Classic, where you can go back and play original Hearthstone. So patch 1.0.0.5832 patch from June 2014 after a few important changes. Huh. Wow, that's back when Leroy Jenkins cost 4 mana. Buh. Why would you do that? But hey, if you want to do it, there you go.
Not everything from the past is a good idea. I feel like we talked about this recently.
It feels like it, yeah. Let's see here. Oh, and then all of these replacement cards that were added to Classic will be in the Legacy set. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So, yeah, this makes me so happy. Just so happy that we're talking about it on our Magic the Gathering show. Because this is an example of another card game doing something that Magic already did, but doing it arguably better? At least better for the consumer. Which, as a consumer, hey, thank you.
I like it when they do things that we like. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but, there you go.
I also like it when things I like are liked. Wait.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, Magic could do something like this in Arena, but it won't.
Yep.
Like, Magic could go, all right, here's your core set every year, but they're not going to do that.
No.
Which in Arena, where retention of players is probably more important than the physical game, at least at this point in history. Since the physical game is sort of dead because the world ended. On
hiatus right now.
Yeah.
Indefinite hiatus.
Yeah, until the world is no longer ended. But, yeah, they could totally, when the next core set comes out, they could just give it to everybody. But they're not going to do that. Which is a bummer. But they will sell you, $80 for a dozen cards or something. Because, yeah. Let's not get into that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it cuts into that whole mythic and rares and all that value. Why are we going to give these people this cards?
Yeah. So. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just thinking that, if Hearthstone is saying, well, we're going to take those cards out, then you could just say these are core set cards. You can't trade them. You can't do anything with them. And yeah, it's not like we're just giving you a core set and you can trade and like Hearthstone, you can break them down. I don't know how Arena does it, but you can say these are core set cards. You can't trade them. You get 4 copies of each.
Oh yeah, there's no trading in Arena.
There isn't? Okay. Because that thing may have been like Magic Online sort of thing where you could trade cards online and all that.
No. I think they learned from Magic Online that there's then you end up with secondary market issues. But they also don't have a dusting system in Arena like Hearthstone does.
They do and they don't. They have the wild card system, which I'm still not sure exactly how that works, but it's basically you get a wild card and you can trade it for a card of that value because they come in different values.
Yeah, rarity is the word he means.
Yeah.
But like
Value.
when you open like cards that you already own your full 4 of, you just get vault progress, and eventually your vault opens. And at least this is how it used to be. I assume that it hasn't changed because I'm pretty sure someone would have told me. But every so often, once your vault it gets full, it opens up and you get some amount of wild cards, and then yeah. But that is pretty universally hated.
Mhm. I cannot imagine why.
Especially because I don't know if they've fixed this yet, but I know that in Arena, rare wild cards were horribly deficient. Like everyone's like, I have all the mythics I need, but I can't get wild cards to get freaking rares. And I remember seeing that complaint a lot. I'm talking from normal people, from pro players, from everybody. They were like, I'm just grinding to get rare wild cards so I can finish this deck. And I'm like, yeah, they really need to fix this. Yeah, chat just said even a way to trade around wild cards would be progress. Yeah, like, hey, I've got these mythic wild cards that I don't need right now. Could I trade them in for like 2 or 3 rare wild cards? But see, then that would be good for the consumer, and Arena doesn't do that. But has anyone played Arena on mobile yet? How is that? It sounds like it'd be a nightmare, but
Because it's not on iOS yet, not me.
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna, even if it was on iOS, but it's apparently available on Android now, or will be soon. I don't actually know.
I think it's available on some Android devices.
Oh, Serene Chaos said, I play it on mobile. It's actually good, but a little buggy still. Like a baby buggy?
No, just buggy.
Does it have rubber bumpers? Rubber baby buggy bumpers? Sorry. I just wanted an excuse to say rubber baby buggy bumpers.
I'm just shaking my head now.
Yeah, I know you are. I could hear it. I could hear the things rattling. So Brian,
Yes, sir.
I think we've beaten this topic to death.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you said you had a thing for us?
I do have a thing for us, but it will require a bit of participation. So, yes.
So hey, chat, we're gonna need you for this because Brian, what is it?
We have the return of the Mad Lib.
Yay!
So, yeah.
Look,
For
with
those
the
of us
delay, Ben called it before you said it.
I was trying to give people a chance. So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, because it has been a while since we've done one. I haven't gone into the logs to like see the last time that we did it, but it's been a while. But if you're not familiar with Mad Libs as a concept, usually it's a game you play with people where you ask them, I need a noun, I need a verb, I need an adjective, and they just say the first thing that pops into mind that fits that category, and you write it down where the story tells you to write it down, and then you read the whole thing, and it takes you like back to being like 5 years old, and I'm like cracking up the whole time, and I can't get through it. Like I've gotten better about it, but the first couple times I was like, God, people are gonna hate this because I'm just like, oh, so but we do that, but we do this with custom made ones, and I ask for specific things that have to do with magic. And it's usually a type of card, like say I name creature, somebody gives me the name of a creature card. If I say creature type, then goblin or whatever. and then it might be something to do more mechanically, like step or phase of the turn, which Mike isn't here, so the answer Mike's turn is not appropriate. So
So it looks like the last one we did was 585, which
yeah,
was March. Wow.
I knew it had been a while.
Also,
So,
I could have sworn that I was tagging these with a Mad Lib tag, but when I did a Mad Lib tag URL, literally that's the last one I got. So I feel stupid. Oh wait, here's one that says Mad Libs. Oh, okay. So I was tagging it with Mad Libs plural. Well, let me fix that.
so how we'll do this is I'm gonna give these guys one or two, and then every now and then I'll ask the chat, and it's gonna be first come first serve, where um, I'll say, all right, I'm looking for whatever, and first one that pops up, don't care how ridiculous it is, how boring it is, how off the wall, as long as it actually meets the definition. Unfortunately, Mike is not here to tell me when something is or is not a sorcerer instant. That's the hardest part. So if there's any disputes, we got to look it up, because Mike is a walking magic encyclopedia.
It's a little disconcerting.
Sounds like a card, actually. I think there was an Azorius encyclopedia back in Ravnica. Has anyone checked to make sure Mike is not actually a magic card?
Magic cards are not legally allowed to get married, so I'm pretty sure he's not.
You don't think he's breaking the law? All right. Well, I think that's enough of a lead in. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to ask the dark and the chewy. I need a step or phase of the turn.
Chewy's turn.
And this is where Brian tries to kill Dirk with his mind.
Is it working yet?
I will say combat.
Okay. Is that technically a step or phase?
I don't know. It's a combat.
This is why.
I don't know. Does it matter?
No, I just want to make sure I'm phrasing it correctly. We'll just say combat. All right. I just need a card type. Any card type. Give me a card type.
Oh, just gonna let you have this one, Dirk.
Card type, Planeswalkers.
All right, chat.
Chat. Are you ready?
Okay. I need a step or phase of the turn.
Well, with the delay, that's going to take a second. So
it is.
I will say Dirk's turn.
We see draw step.
Serene Chaos, it's a Mad Lib. We're filling in the blanks, and then Brian will read it back to us, and we will all giggle like idiots.
Yes, it'll be great. And Ben Panahe Nuva, did I pronounce that correctly? Got that one, so he can continue to answer, but we want to make sure everybody's getting a chance. So maybe don't answer the next one. I promise you'll get multiple chances. All right. For the dorks, I need an instant.
Shock. Since Dirk brought it up earlier, it's in my head.
All right. Now I need, boys, an artifact.
Aladdin's ring.
Oh, God.
You were waiting for that, weren't you?
It's like, no, Aladdin's ring has always been funny to say with this.
All right. Let's do one more with you guys, and then we'll go to chat, so chat can get ready even with the delay. So you guys, I need a sorcery.
We do Overrun?
Overrun is a sorcery.
Overrun is a sorcery. Oh, God. If Overrun was an instant. Oh, God. All right. Chat. I would like an enchantment. Any type of enchantment.
Mike's enchantment. Wait.
Almost any
It's
type
not,
of enchantment.
it's not my turn. Oh, God.
All right. Pinball Witch says Maelstrom Nexus. You guys just like to make me say long words, don't you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brian also can't multitask. He has to, because he's pen and papering this because he's Brian. So
Yeah.
he's writing that down. So
Yeah.
we have to wait for him to write that down before he gives us the next one.
That's right.
This is how
'Cause
Brian works.
Because then if you start answering before I'm done writing that one, it's a domino set I am not willing to tip over. All right, I need for you guys that are here with me, I need a creature type.
Salamander.
All right. I need a land card.
It's a,
Yeah, hell yeah.
it's like, what was the blackest land ever? Blackest land you've ever seen.
The stronghold.
Volrath
what's that
Stronghold.
called? Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Is that? I'm not allowed to lead, but I think from playing with these guys, I actually know what he's referring to.
Yeah. Oh, I miss Corey. I need to see how he's doing.
All right, I'm gonna take one more from these guys, and then we're going back to chat. I need a token. The name
Poison.
of a token. Well,
No, that's a counter.
That's a counter.
Oh,
Treasure?
Sure,
Treasure's a token.
it is, and it's not a counter. All right,
It could be a counter.
chat. Side note, I really wish they would use the word marker for physical counters and counter for counter spells, but that's just me. So, chat, I need a creature card.
There are no creature cards.
Is that okay? Is that a real creature?
I think so?
It's okay.
Hang on. We're looking.
yes.
That
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Charging Badger is a card.
I have got to say, I don't think that has ever been the answer to a Mad Lib ever. Somebody give this man a star or some bits or something. 'Cause that's
Charging
great.
Badger is a 1/1 Badger with trample for 1 green mana. From Born of the
From-
Gods, of all places. How
And
freaking
it's a
random.
common.
I was laughing at the chat before Charging Badger popped up.
All right, I need a Durkin and Chewy. That was so awesome. I'm gonna let chat do the next one too. Forget you guys. That was great.
Yeah, we suck.
Plus. All right. So chat, I need a black aura.
No.
Weakness. Very good.
Wait, is weakness an aura? It is.
It is. We had
Awkward.
several answers there, but there we go. All right, back to you guys. I guess let's give you a couple.
Sure.
I want an instant.
Lightning.
Lightning.
Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. There you go.
I was gonna have to see if that was actually.
It's like,
Obviously not inspiration. That was a lightning bolt of inspiration was not what was running through my head.
All right. Hey,
Brian's
hey,
like,
Chewy,
give me a creature
Chewy,
card. Monkey. What?
Chewy, while he is busy lightninging, Chewy, give me a legendary creature.
A legendary creature. How about who's a fun one? How about Hakan?
Hakkan.
No, Haakon. Hakon
H-A-K.
Stromgald Scourge.
Haken. Haken. So just so I'm pronouncing it right. Haken
I guess.
with a
yeah.
hard H. I don't know. All right. One more for you guys, and then we're going to chat. Tell you what, for the delay, should I just go ahead and say both now?
Yeah, sure.
Well, all right. So for the guys, I need. Looked down. I got lost. For the guys, I need a creature type. From chat, I need a sorcery or instant. So, you guys give me a creature type.
I took the last one.
Did you just say Nate?
Snakes.
Snakes. Snake. I could have sworn you said Nate, like, Nathan. And I'm like, so snake.
I remember Nate. He could have been a creature type.
And then I see Council of the Soratami.
How
I
random.
see several very good answers, but Council of the Soratami's first. I don't play favorites. That's the whole point.
What would Nate's creature type have been? Would Nate qualify for a slime ball?
What do you have against Nate?
No, I'm not saying that in a bad way. Oh my god, speaking of slime balls, you know who poked me on Facebook a short period of time ago?
I'm not sure where you're going with this, so no.
Amanda. You know, the hot chick who lived across the hall from me.
Yeah?
She married that slime ball.
There's no accounting for taste sometimes.
They have like 3 kids. Apparently, he's not a slime ball. But I remember at the time, slime ball.
Hey, Dirk.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an enchantment.
Yeah, Dirk, with your face and your enchantment.
Enchantment. Let's go with mask. What's the the one that
Lightning.
gives you +2 and +2/+0? It's the old school mask. Acadian? No.
I am going to revoke your privileges if you can't actually name Magic cards.
Do you mean Ancestral Mask?
Ancestral Mask, that's the one.
That doesn't do the thing that you said, I don't think. But...
Yeah, well, it's +2/+2 for each other enchantment.
+2/+2 for each other enchantment. Yep, that one.
Yeah. I knowing what I know of Dirk, I figured that's the one he meant.
See, this is why I keep Chewy around.
To read his mind.
Actually, really, this is why I keep Mike around, is because I know Mike is much better at is really good at guessing at what I'm trying to say. As my wife says, you have to be able to translate Dirk.
It's true, yeah.
And Mike is really good at translating Dirk when it comes to Magic cards.
All right. I'm going to give the guys one, and I'm going to give chat one. For you guys, I want a step or phase of the turn that has not been used yet. For chat, I need a red or green aura. Okay, so
I'm going to use cleanup.
Clean up.
Everybody needs to clean up, clean up.
Is that like Baby Shark?
And
yeah, it's one of those things that you have little kids sing while they're cleaning up the gigantic mess they made.
Okay, Skezo says Ancestral Mask.
Skezo, you're fired.
I did not say it was a rule, but I try not to reuse the same card name. So,
well, yeah.
So Power of Fire. What does Power of Fire do?
Is that the one that makes something a pinger?
It sounds like it should.
Enchanted creature. Yeah, that's the one that makes something a pinger.
And I apologize, Skezo. I did not say that was a rule, so I apologize. So Power of Fire.
Oh, and it had that sweet art. I remember Power of Fire. This card is awesome.
Well, you know what? I feel... Oh, that was awesome. You know what? I feel bad about that. So, Skezo, I'm going to call out Skezo. Skezo, in the chat, I would like for you to give me a land card.
And Skezo walked away.
And it cannot be the blackest land you've ever seen.
5
It's correct.
hours
Yeah.
later.
You're on the spot, Scuzzo. Don't screw it up. Not that one.
Gaia's Cradle.
Gaia's Cradle.
Side note, so I told the guys a while ago we had listened to the Percy Jackson books and related books on audio, and they pronounced Gaia Gia, and the name was referenced in several books, and it
Oh, that would drive me up the wall.
yeah. So, all right, back to Dirk and Chewy. I need a keyword or ability word.
Ooh. Hang on. I had one. Crap, it fell off. Battle cry.
That is a thing in this game, right?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Was it a Boros one, or it was something to do with attacking? The Knights had it. Oh, and look, Scuzzo just resubbed for 37 months. 37 in a row?
7.
No, yeah, Guy's Cradle had not been named. So
Yeah, regardless of
All right.
what you said, I was gonna say not that one. Like,
yeah. If you haven't been listening, this is Chewy. Ignore everything he says.
he does. He does.
All right, I need from. Let's go to chat. I would like a vehicle.
Wait, did you say chat?
Yeah,
Yep.
chat.
Okay, well, since it's not me, I will say the Dragula. You know, the thing Rob Zombie was
Good
driving.
Lord.
Well, I
I
was
should
about to
have
say,
specified not that one, but that's I'm joking about that. Smuggler's Copter is fine.
What was it? Looter Scooter? It's a good name for that. Now I wish it hadn't been banned. If it had been named Looter Scooter, it probably would have been fine to leave in standard.
All right, we're gonna go to Dirk and Chewy for 2 more, then back to chat. Dirk or Chewy, I need a creature.
Ow.
Simic Sky Swallower.
Okay.
Nom nom nom.
And then from you guys, I don't know if this is one I have done before. I need a deck archetype. Aggro control combo, whatever.
Ooh.
Combo!
Combo?
Oh, okay.
Well,
I was gonna say the Rock, but that's fine.
we'll go with combo. But if that comes up again, the Rock is fine. I don't know if I haven't traditionally done that one, so I just want to make sure I was clear about what I was asking for. Back to chat. I need a blue instant.
See, my reference was, what was it? Unreal Tournament 2?
I figured it was
That,
one.
that
of
if
those.
if you get like killed 2 or 3 people, it's like combo, and if you do it really quick, it's combo.
Unsummon from Pyrite. There we go. From the guys, I'm going to call out 2 here. From the guys, I want an enchantment. From chat, I want a green instant.
Let's see. What's a good name for an enchantment? The Abyss. Right? That was an enchantment, right?
Yeah.
That was a world
Scuzzo.
enchantment, wasn't it? It was a world enchantment.
Scuzzo says for green enchantment, avoid fate.
That's not
Sounds
an
like
enchantment.
a white card. No. The Abyss is not an enchantment?
No, the Abyss is. Avoid fate is an instant.
Yeah, I said green instant.
Oh, never
That's
mind
it.
then. You're good. Nailed it. Nailed it. I mean,
All
not
right.
that one.
All right. Got a couple more here. As in 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually got several here. This is kind of a longer one. Okay, let's keep going. I need from... Hey, Dirk, give me an artifact. Hey, Chewy, give me a creature.
I refuse. Void Mage Prodigy.
Okay.
Serpent Generator.
What was that?
Serpent Generator.
What the hell? Is Dirk on random cards?
Yeah. So I was like, oh no, I gotta go back. This one.
So Serpent Generator for the artifact. Void Mage Prodigy. Isn't the Serpent Generator, it looks kind of like a pasta maker or something, where it's churning out snakes?
Churning out snakes.
Yeah. That's the image that always came to mind for me. So, all right. From the chat, I would like an instant of any flavor.
Which flavor?
Anyone.
Oh.
Just like any instant. I am not sure what I'm looking at with that first answer.
It's Indestructible Aura, but she's typing it very quickly.
So, do we give it to the first one to be typed out, even if I can't read it?
Yeah.
Or do we give it? Okay.
Because it's
right.
clear what she meant.
Is it though? Is it
I
really?
love Indestructible Aura because it doesn't have indestructible in it. It's not an aura, but it is the most metal art ever, at least until call time.
Wait, so it's an instant that doesn't give indestructible.
Yeah.
So it's not an aura. That is trippy.
Yeah, here it is for anyone who doesn't know. Look at how metal that is. Look at him! It says prevent all damage that would be dealt to target creature this turn. But it's from freaking, what is it, Legends? Yeah, Legends. So.
Oh, and then Ben says he was next. He realizes his was a sorcery, so we're good. All right. You guys that are here talking back and forth with me, give me a white enchantment, and chat, give me an enchantment that is either blue or black or both.
Let's see.
So you guys, white enchantment, chat, blue or black.
Oh, what's the one that makes angels? Isn't that an enchantment?
I remember, what was it? What was the one that made soldiers?
You're thinking of mobilization.
Is it mobilization?
I would hope so. That's the one that I would think of.
Well, while you guys are discussing that, chat has thrown out a couple of things. The first one I see is Stab Wound.
What did you ask them for?
An enchantment that's either blue or black or both. Stab Wound is a black enchantment. It's an aura, and okay.
And look, it features a stab wound. How
true to life. Have you guys figured out your white enchantment yet?
Well, I'm pretty sure Dirk was going for mobilization. If it's
it was mobilization.
Okay.
If it's the one that would be relevant to our former play experiences back in the day.
Yeah.
All right. You guys give me a color that is a color of magic, so not purple.
I was gonna say purple.
I know you are.
Damn it, Mike's color. Wait. Blue.
Okay. I need a sorcery from you guys. And while they're thinking about that, chat, I need a creature type.
Let's see. What's a good sorcery? Sorcery that's got a funny name.
Scuzzo has beaten you guys to it.
That we don't
Scuzzo
ever...
says... Scuzzo gives Golem, which is a creature type. Okay.
How about...
I do like Otter, but Golem was in first. So
wait, what are we looking for?
Sorcery.
Is Turn to Frog a sorcery? No, it's
Turn
an
to
instant.
Frog? Yeah.
Damn.
Turn to frog slowly.
What about Frogify? Is that a sorcery? That's an enchantment. Piss!
You just want to type in the word frog to gather.
Oh, I got it.
Oh.
Kaboom! That's a
That
great
has
sorcery
nothing
name.
to do with frogs, but okay. Kaboom. All right. We have
I was trying to think of the epic spell that makes snakes.
Endless Swarm.
Is that a sorcery? Endless Swarm.
I think so.
Okay. We got 8 left here. Let's split it up evenly. From the guys, I need a white instant. From chat, and Skezo answered first last time, so just sit this one out. A keyword or ability word. So, Dirk and Chewy, white enchantment. Chat, keyword or ability word.
Wait,
We had
white
white
enchantment?
instant, didn't we?
White enchantment. A white instant. This is what happens when I'm doing too much of this.
What's
All
the
right.
white fog?
Holy Day?
That is yeah.
Okay, so Holy Day. And then the
Pinball
Delve.
said delve.
Yeah. Okay. From the guys, I need a sorcery, and from chat, anyone can answer this. I need a different keyword or ability word.
Aha!
I'm gonna go with Endless Swarm. I got 3 snake cards in.
Nailed it.
All right, Amplify.
Achievement unlocked for tonight.
Amplify. I remember Amplify from back when I was getting started playing. All right. From the guys, I need a step or phase of the turn. As a reminder, we have done combat, draw step, and cleanup. And from chat, I need an aura.
What else is there besides cleanup and combat, Dirk? I got nothing.
And draw was done.
Yeah.
Then upkeep.
Yeah.
So upkeep.
Sure.
And then
I think after that'd be like main phase.
Then that's lame.
So Umpax says claustrophobia, but then goes whoops. That is a aura, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I see the aura in my head, so I'm not sure what the oops is about.
It's an aura.
Yeah, it's from Innistrad. I can see the art in my head.
I remember dying to that.
Okay. All right. Last ones. Get ready. Get your fingers
not ready.
together. Anybody can answer.
Random card.
So from the guys, I need a creature type, and from chat, I need a creature card.
Okay, what's a good creature type? We already said salamander, so.
And I said snakes.
Yeah.
So Uncle Isfin?
No. Ooh, how about a hermit?
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, so hermit.
What is Uncle Isfin now? He's not a hermit, is he? Uncle Isfin.
And then
human,
so pinball,
He's
which
just a
says Lutri. Is that a creature?
Yeah, that's the otter.
Oh.
Lutri the Spell Chaser, the one that got banned in Commander on day 0.
Ah. Okay. I didn't specify.
Hermit's not a creature type anymore? Are you serious?
I didn't specify legendary, but that's fine. I didn't say not legendary. So Lutri the Spell Chaser.
Oh my god, Hermit's not a creature type anymore. Well, that's lame.
What did they change? Is he a shaman or?
Well, I mean, Uncle Isfin's just a human.
Okay.
Yeah. Like he doesn't have a job. He's a shifty uncle.
Well, you know what? These guys fail miserably. So chat, give me a creature type.
Ooh, Ben said peasant is a creature type. Is it really? It is. Oh, you got to do that.
Peasant
then.
it is.
Peasant?
Yeah. Why is peasant
All
a
right.
creature type? What the hell? There are 10 peasants.
And no hermits.
Okay. All right. Are we ready for this?
Oh,
So,
gosh.
the
10
title
peasants
of
and no hermits. Shut up, Dirk. Oh, it went with noble in Eldraine. Yeah, okay. You're right.
Okay. The name of this is Epiphany.
Oh, God.
Good combat, friends. I'm here to tell you a planeswalker about an experience that changed my draw step.
Yeah, it did.
I was once just like you, shocking my life away and just counting my Aladdin's rings.
I got 5.
I felt like the more I overrun, the more my life would have Maelstrom Nexuses.
That is actually true. Yeah. 2020 is proof of that.
I didn't worry about the salamanders I saw every day in the Volras stronghold.
You run into them all over there.
I didn't think about where my next treasure would come from. I knew that there were charging badgers that were being weaknessed, but I just kept on lightning bolting. After all, I'm just Hakan, and I'm only one snake. What can I possibly counsel the Soratami that would cause real ancestral mask? Then, one cleanup step, it power fired me.
That sounds painful.
During my cleanup step, I got to power find me.
I was coming home from the local Gaia's cradle, just battle crying my smuggler's copter, when a Simic Sky Swallower came out of nowhere. I lost combo. I unsummoned off the road. When I came to, I realized that I had managed to the abyss myself. And
You know, the time I unsummoned off the road, I also abyssed myself.
and my vehicle was a void fated. I didn't see any serpent generators around that I could use. In the distance, I saw a group of Void Mage prodigies. I tried to indestructible aura for their mobilization, but they stab wounded me.
Don't mess with the German dancers, man.
I was on my own. I blued out again.
Oh.
When I oh God, this is terrible. When I kaboomed the next time, I was surrounded by golems. They had holy dayed me while I was delving. They had also managed to endless swarm my vehicle so that it was safe to amplify. From that upkeep forward, I have never claustrophobia'd a peasant. I truly believe I am the best Lutri the Spell Chaser I can be. Oh, that was that was pretty good.
Man, I really hate it when I unsummon myself off the road. When I get unsummoned off the road and I abyss myself.
Well, hey, you saw some Void Mage prodigies, and you're like, hey, I need your mobilization, but then they stab wound you. Oh man! And then you blew out again. Well done.
Pinball Witch threw 10 bits and said I abyssed in my pants. Oh, I'm so sorry.
So the next time you're coming home from the guy's cradle, and you know there's salamanders in the Volras stronghold, maybe think about where your next treasure is coming from. Just a little thought.
There are never
done,
enough
guys.
serpent generators around.
Oh no. That I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did, because that was very well done.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. All right.
Just
Well,
shocking my life away, you know.
yes, we did. We did win.
Oh,
All
man.
right. Sweet.
Pinball
Okay.
Witch threw 10 more bits, but Voice Mage Prodigies will stab wound a bitch. Yeah, they will. So don't mess with the German dancers.
Those pants, man. Those pants. Oh, good job. Man, feel bad for Mike for not being here, but you guys definitely pulled it through. So,
Yes, thank you, chat.
yeah. Sweet.
All right.
Well,
so I guess we
don't-
should wrap this episode up, huh?
yeah. Yeah, it's not a super long episode, but I feel like we had a pretty good flow this time, and I don't know of a better way to end it than what we just did. So, nice.
Yeah, we're all trying to be the best Lutri we can be.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So, let me do the Patreon thing real quick. So, hey,
Yes.
you can go to patreon.com/themanip, and I'm pointing like you can at the camera, like you can see me. But you can't, because I don't have a webcam on. Go to patreon.com, I'm still doing it, /theManaPool. Stop it, Chewie. Where you can sign up to be a lifeguard. You can get early access to YouTube videos and podcast episodes. And you can get the odds and ends and get the Mythic Lifeguard shout out on all of the podcasts. And at the moment, by the time you're hearing this, the rest of you out there, you might not, but I will occasionally be putting out some videos that I need people to watch and like let me know, hey, does this work? Like I've got one right now for Doom that I was like, hey, all of you lifeguards, could you watch this and let me know how this works? And I've gotten 2 responses. So, hey, please watch the Doom video and let me know how that works. Because it's something I've never done before in quite that way. And I need to make sure I didn't overdo it. Yeah, and then I stabbed myself. And hey, Pinball Witch just gifted 2 subs. Saint Saigal got 1, and hey, Brian got 1.
Woohoo! Thank
Hey,
you.
Brian, that means that you can bat at this game at people now. What? No, it's on Patreon. You have to be a lifeguard to see it. See, it's one of the perks is you get to see things early and help me out and let me know how it works. But I mean, it is on YouTube, but it's unlisted. So, yeah. Right. That's just another perk. As I try new things, I'm going to be throwing those up there, including I've recently rediscovered that super secret project I was talking about last year. And I'm like, you know what? I need to do something with this. That will definitely go through several different iterations. As people be like, Chewie, what have you done? I'll be like, I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, but I have to thank the Mythic Lifeguards out loud because that's the whole point. I would like to thank. Let's see, is this right? As of that month, yeah, and let's do it by this in this order. Yeah. So I'd like to thank ALK Alters, Connor Kennedy, Mr. Dr. Lewis, Jason Doan, Gothic Man, Jeff Spencer, Casey, Cody Buckowing, Aleph Cat. Hang on. I scrolled too far. Andrew Hunt, Jason Kaus, The Beast Father, Aaron Goodwine, PJ McMullen, Team You Hellas Haru. Thank you for the feedback. Oh, and Gothic. They're the 2 bits of feedback I got thus far on the Doom video. Beardy Man, who sadly couldn't be with us. Jake Jansons, John Parker, Scuzzo. Hey, I know that guy. Kim Ho and Al. Yay. So thank you all so very much. And all of you lifeguards at every tier and everyone who watches the YouTube videos and listens and all that good stuff. Thank you all. You are the reason we do this.
Yes.
And the hiccups. You're the reason that I hiccup. Maybe ease up on that part. So, how about some final thoughts from you dorks?
Sure. My sister had a baby, and he's healthy, a little underweight, but everybody is doing well. So
Yay.
we are very happy for that. Very happy everybody is healthy and getting along. Everything else feels more or less not inconsequential. There's a lot of other stuff going on, but nice to nice to have the big picture. So, and it is a boy. So, his name is Cooper.
Oh my god, Pinball. Anytime anyone says they had a baby, that pops into my head too. The dumb old let's see, it was a collect call commercial that we had a baby, it's a boy.
I'm not familiar with the reference, but yes.
It was an old commercial about making collect calls, how you would, you know, and it would say, please state your name, and you would throw in all the relevant information there. So the person that answered the phone would be like, I don't know anybody by that name, no. And hang up and be like, hey, they had a baby, it's a boy. It might have been 10, 10, 3, 2, 1, who knows? It was one of those collect call services. 1-800-COLLECT or 10-10-220 or whatever. But I hear that in my head whenever anyone says, it's a boy. I'm like, it's a boy. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted.
No. In Magic news, I touched on this a little bit last week. I didn't really get into it, but I don't know it's going to be it's not going to be a full segment, but Sam and I did the pre-release at home for oh god, I guess it's probably a good thing we're just about done because my brain is shutting down. Kaldheim. And I got a nifty alternate art Allrund, and she got an Allrund's Epiphany that was full art. It was not the like special treatment like the Allrund was. And we played 3 games. In the first game, she beat me into the ground. It was literally like I took a picture of her. Like I finally played Allrund, and I'm like, "Aha, he's a 6/6." And she's like, "Oh, really?" And she played the card. It's a direct damage spell that has a giant just putting his finger down on something. It's called Smash or something. But I just kind of took a picture of it laying on top of my god and pointing out it is squash. She squashed my god. And she won very handily. She won like I dealt her maybe like 2 or 3 damage. Second game was super close in that I was at 1 life when I stabilized and wiped her board and won, and then I kind of carried the last game. So it was 1 game super close, and then each of us kind of had a runaway game, so it was pretty enjoyable. So that's what I got, and other than that, things are going okay, I guess.
Awesome. Dirk? Dirk?
Dirk?
Oh, sorry, my microphone was up.
That-
I blew my nose, and so when I did, I had to move my microphone. All right. So for me personally, joy that Kingdom Hearts is finally coming to PC, and then that moment of disappointment when you realize it's coming on Epic. I'm like, I have Epic, but I don't do anything with it. So yeah.
Yeah.
But it makes me happy that at least it's coming on PC. So maybe eventually I will get around to playing it on PC where my son will not go, hey, you have Kingdom Hearts on that, and then play it on whatever device it's on. And I'm just going, but that was for me. Why are you playing my game? So yeah. So I'll finally get to play the game, potentially on my computer, where my son will not steal my game from me.
Potentially.
Now, if he gets on my computer and plays my games on my computer, then we're going to have a talk.
Oh, he's going to pile drive the kid on his own front lawn.
That's right.
I was just going to point out who amongst you is the grown-up, but apparently we already know who that is. So
the one who just pile drive his son on the front lawn. I mean, I would never do that.
Of course not. Don't call the cops. Wait.
So that's my final thought. There's been a bunch of cool stuff, but that's the big one that I'm like, yep, I'll give a shout out to that.
Yay. Well then, on my end, Scott had a baby. Scott and his wife had a baby on Friday. And I got a completely out of context message out of the blue that said, "It's a bro, yo." And I just looked at my phone and blinked. I went, I know this means something. Because Scott was forever just randomly just text me out of the blue something nonsensical. But usually it's a reference to something that I would know. I just stared at it for like 30 seconds and blinked at my phone. And suddenly I went, oh. And I replied back, "Is Babby?" And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah." So yay. He said Jacqueline's doing well and the baby's doing well and everybody's doing well and everything's awesome. So yay, babbies.
Excellent.
And on my end, let's see, what's going on stream and video wise. Lately, I've been playing King Knight, the King of Cards campaign for Shovel Knight, which is awesome. And I suck at Joustus, the CCG that's in it. Sometimes I just win, and other times I have no idea what's going on and I lose. It's sort of like how I play Magic.
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but
I've been playing Hades, of course, because Hades is one of the best games ever. And I'm getting up to where it's challenging again with the amount of heat I have to add on every run. I'm finally up to like 5 and 6 heat with most of my weapons now, so things are complicated. And the first time that I had to do 6 heat, and I did, for those of you that know what I'm talking about, you'll know what I'm talking about, I had to do Extreme Measures 3, which Extreme Measures makes each of the bosses at the end of each level, or the end of each world, more complicated. And for the first time that I saw what Extreme Measures for Theseus and Asterius look like, I almost peed. I almost abyssed myself. Because it was really funny. And then the fight started, and I almost peed for a different reason. So, yeah, that was fun. But I think I'm 1 for 1 on beating it. 1 for 1. I'm a perfect record of beating run my first time using each of the hidden aspects thus far. That's for the fists, for the spear, for the sword, and for the bow. I've beaten it on the first try with all 4 of those, and I'm very proud of myself for that. So yay! And also, I've been streaming Doom. I'm doing, this year, is going to be a franchise run, that's what I'm calling it, of Doom. And I'll play Doom, and Doom 2, and Doom 3. Before that, Doom 64. And then the 2 new Dooms, Doom and Doom Eternal. And I'm still on Doom 1, honestly. The next time I stream Doom, it'll be the final chapter in Ultimate Doom, which came, I think, after Doom 2 came out. But whatever. And it's apparently not fair. So that'll be fun and have lots of me screaming and squealing. So I think the sound that I make the most while playing Doom is, "Ah!" I think that's right.
That's a pretty good sound.
It's a good sound for Doom, especially when, 4 monster closets open behind you. So, yeah, that's fun. And yeah, that's what I've been streaming here lately. So feel free to come hang out. Oh, and Hearthstone. I've been playing some Hearthstone lately on stream too. So feel free to come hang out at any point, and we'll have fun while I stream stuff. So yay! But with that, this has been episode 612 of the Mana Pool. Appreciate everyone coming to hang out. And yeah, thank you all so very much for listening. And go play assorted card games here.